Disclaimer: this content is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not intended as professional psychological advice, diagnosis, or treatment. If you're experiencing manipulation or abuse, please contact appropriate professional services. All relationships face challenges, but toxic relationships follow specific patterns that erode mental health and self-worth over time. Recognizing these warning signs early allows you to set boundaries or exit before harm escalates. Research in relationship psychology has identified consistent behaviors that distinguish temporarily difficult relationships from genuinely toxic ones. Here are the most important indicators. 1. Persistent pattern of disrespect. Toxic relationships feature ongoing disrespect that continues even after it has been addressed. This includes contemptuous communication such as eye-rolling, mocking tone, and dismissive gestures. Public humiliation, belittling you in front of others or sharing embarrassing information, is common. Invalidation of feelings is another hallmark, consistently telling you that you are overreacting or too sensitive. Boundaries are dismissed as inconveniences to overcome. Research by Dr. John Gottman identifies contempt as the strongest predictor of relationship failure because it conveys disgust and superiority. Healthy relationships experience occasional disrespect, followed by sincere apologies and behavior adjustment. Toxic relationships make disrespect a persistent pattern, slowly eroding self-worth and encouraging self-silencing. 2. Control and autonomy restriction. Toxic partners often gradually increase control over your choices, relationships, and autonomy. This can include isolating you from friends and family, restricting access to finances, monitoring communications, dominating decision-making, or even dictating appearance and habits. These behaviors often come disguised as care or concern. "I just worry about you," or "I only want what's best for you." Psychological research on intimate partner abuse identifies controlling behaviors as central to emotional manipulation, creating dependency and making exit increasingly difficult. Healthy relationships feature mutual influence within respectful boundaries, while toxic relationships enforce systematic domination. 3. Emotional manipulation. Manipulative tactics are designed to control behavior indirectly through emotional exploitation. Common tactics include guilt tripping, victim playing, love withdrawal, gaslighting, and triangulation. For instance, they might make you feel responsible for their emotions or deny your reality, causing confusion and self-doubt. Manipulation keeps you apologizing, questioning yourself, and unable to advocate for your needs. Healthy communication, by contrast, involves accountability, empathy, and direct discussion rather than emotional coercion. 4. Chronic criticism and belittling. While constructive feedback is normal in relationships, chronic criticism undermines self-esteem. Toxic partners frequently demean your choices, achievements, or appearance. This belittling is not occasional but a sustained effort to diminish your confidence, often paired with backhanded compliments or mockery disguised as jokes. Over time, repeated criticism conditions you to expect negativity, internalizing self-doubt and second-guessing your decisions. 5. Jealousy and possessiveness. Excessive jealousy is more than occasional insecurity, it is controlling and irrational. Toxic partners monitor interactions, accuse you of infidelity without reason, or demand explanations for your every action. Their jealousy functions as a form of emotional control, often isolating you from friends or hobbies. Healthy concern in a relationship is proportional and does not restrict personal freedom. 6. Lack of accountability. Toxic individuals rarely take responsibility for their actions. Mistakes are deflected, blamed on external circumstances, or projected onto you. When apologies do occur, they are insincere, fleeting, or followed by rationalizations. This creates a dynamic where you constantly accommodate their behavior and manage their emotions rather than being recognized as an equal partner. 7. Inconsistent affection, push-pull dynamics. In toxic relationships, affection is often conditional and unpredictable. They may provide intense attention and care temporarily, only to withdraw it abruptly, keeping you off balance. This intermittent reinforcement fosters emotional dependency, where you work to regain approval, love, or validation. Healthy relationships maintain consistent care, even during disagreements. 8. Gaslighting and reality distortion. Gaslighting is a particularly dangerous tactic where the toxic partner systematically makes you doubt your memory, perception, or sanity. Statements like, "You're imagining things," or "That never happened," erode your confidence and make you question reality. Repeated exposure leads to confusion, self-doubt, and a deep sense of insecurity. 9. Sabotage of goals and independence. Some toxic partners actively undermine your personal or professional goals. They may discourage education, career growth, or social connections, making you dependent on them. This prevents personal development and reinforces control over your life. 10. Hostile conflict patterns. Toxic relationships often escalate conflict quickly or maintain hostility over minor issues. They may resort to yelling, name-calling, stonewalling, or silent treatment. Constructive conflict in healthy relationships is problem-solving, focused, and temporary. In toxic relationships, it's a chronic source of fear, tension, and anxiety. 11. Emotional neglect. Beyond active harm, toxic partners often fail to provide basic emotional support. They may be unavailable, dismissive, or indifferent to your needs. Over time, lack of support can be as damaging as overt abuse, leaving you lonely and undervalued even while together. Recognizing patterns and protecting yourself. Not every difficult moment indicates toxicity, but repeated patterns of these behaviors suggest a harmful dynamic. If you notice multiple red flags, trust your assessment. Early recognition allows you to establish boundaries, seek support, or exit the relationship safely. Toxic relationships erode mental health, self-esteem, and autonomy. Addressing the problem sooner prevents further damage. Toxic relationships are rarely obvious at first. They develop gradually, eroding confidence, autonomy, and emotional well-being. By learning to recognize these warning signs, you reclaim clarity, agency, and the ability to protect yourself. Awareness is the first step toward change. Whether that means setting firm boundaries, seeking support, or exiting a harmful relationship, acknowledging the reality of toxicity empowers you to prioritize your mental health and happiness. Remember, no one deserves consistent disrespect, control, or manipulation. Recognizing the patterns is not about blame. It's about self-preservation and making informed choices for a healthier, more fulfilling life. Which of these warning signs has been most damaging in your experience? Share your story in the comments. It may help someone else recognize their reality. Subscribe for content on relationships, mental health, and self-protection. Click the bell to get notified when our next video drops, where we'll teach exact strategies to safely navigate toxic relationships and protect your well-being. Creating videos on these topics takes a lot of research and hard work. If you enjoy the content, the best way to support us is by subscribing to our channel and leaving a like and comment. Your support motivates us to keep delivering high-quality videos. This content is intended for educational and entertainment purposes only. It is not professional psychological advice, therapy, or medical guidance. The information presented is based on psychological research and principles but should not replace consultation with licensed mental health professionals. If you are experiencing abuse, manipulation, or mental health concerns, please contact National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233. Crisis Text Line. Text HOME to 741741, your local mental health services. The creator and channel are not responsible for any actions taken based on this information.